Diary of Wimpy Kid as a series wasn't particularly important to my life as a child, but it gave me something to do. One of my earliest hyperfixations was my overarching goal to get every book in the series. Something, I didn't achieve until last summer. So when it came to the discussion of what should be the first thing that I review for Ryder Reviews, it came to mind that I should probably review something that I'm passionate about to the smallest extent possible. So that's what we're doing here today, and I present to you the first review of Ryder Reviews, Diary of Wimpy Kid. In the year of our Lord, 1997, upcoming artist Jeff Kinney came up with the idea of Diary of a Wimpy Kid. This kid being Gregory Heff himself. Eventually, around September of 2004, Jeffrey partnered with Funbrain to start uploading his updates to his book. And soon enough, Jeffrey had signed a deal with book publisher Abrams Books to turn Diary of Wimpy Kid into a multi-book printed series. All of this happening during the New York Comic Con of 2006. This book has held up really well, certainly. Unlike a lot of relatively modern media, which normally characterizes children with either whatever crappy meme was popular at the time or just making the characters one-dimensional. Luckily for Jeffrey, he made sure to base Greg off of himself, and you can tell that because Greg is very similar to the other kids in his nature. And yeah, he does sound really psychotic at sometimes, but as Solarson once said,
appealed to so many children. Well, it's because children are assholes.
And Jeffrey himself was just ahead of the game for purposely making his character one. Media is usually so fixed on the idea of showing kids a fake reality in which you can be perfect and be able to achieve and fix every conflict by the end of like a 12-minute long episode. However, Diary of Wimpy Kid manages to hold up for so long because it's real. It's cynical in its aspects of storytelling, and it brings honesty. And this is especially shown in Greg. Now, this book starts off... the book directly starts off with Greg playing a great "this isn't what you think it is" card, and then goes off to show how perfect of a person he is while drawing everybody except the pretty girls, who you can tell that he thinks they're pretty because they look like himself, with uniquely disgusting character designs. Throughout the entire book, Greg just lies in hilarious ways, give or take, but only half of the time does he actually get punishment for it, and every other time he's just scot-free, which it adds to the realism. Now, I do think that some of the best lies come from the ones that you just kind of... I do think that the best lies come from the ones that you just kind of have to assume are lies. Like when Greg says that he saw multiple kids reading their books upside down without noticing. Or them saying that Manny is a loved child. More loved than Greg, in fact. I don't get that at all. Fuck Manny. Anyways, most of the book is either just Greg's crappy attempts to get popular, all to no avail, which is surprisingly consistent for a lot of the earlier books. It's kind of just that, and then whatever family stuff Susan plans. And yeah, I get it. I could see a lot of kids at my school having intentions to try to do that. And it's realistic. It gets the story, and it's entertaining. I could see a lot of kids from my school both harassing substitute teachers and also defending women. There's also a lot of smaller stuff that I'd like to mention, like the possibilities of Jesus forgiving Gregory for his sins, because Greg is canonically a pro gamer. That's canon. Either Greg is too stupid to realize or too deaf to realize the difference between music with or without headphones plugged in. And finally, I'd like to share the weird-ass Fragley moments that I've collected. Finally, I think I will rate the first installment of the Diary of Wimpy Kid series an 8 out of 10.